Hey, namaskar. There's a reason spiritual transformation doesn't happen through this random inspiration alone. So, real change, deep and lasting change, it requires consistent habits, and it also requires some kind of guidance. So today I want to speak to you about the sacred importance of habits, of guru, and of lineage. So these aren't just abstract ideas, right? These are living principles. These are pillars on the path of this realization. So let's begin with habits here. So your habits are the architecture of your becoming. So every thought you nourish, every breath you bring into your sense of presence, every act of service or silence which you engage in, these shape your energetic system, your psychology, your psycho-spiritual self, your psychophysical self, and your physical self, okay? Your awareness, your life, everything in totality. So in this, I could say like a spiritual journey, habits, they aren't optional things here. They're the very means by which we carve a path through the forest of unconsciousness. So without habits, even these highest insights, they fade. And without structure, the pull of, I guess, the world's distraction, it dissolves this clarity. So meditation, mantra, self-inquiry, asanas, service, and these aren't just like rituals for performance. They're not performative, right? They're tools to retune the mind, to align the body with the subtle, and to anchor the being in this remembrance here. But even habits need direction here. So this brings me to the guru. So we live in this like crazy age of information, right? And so many people find they can get what they need through books, through talks, or now it's AI, right? Everybody's looking through AI. And this is information. And no matter how vast the information is, it's not realization. It's just information. It's helpful, but it's not realization. But the guru here, it's not a teacher in the conventional sense. The guru is, you can say, a living transmission. Someone who is the teaching, not just someone who teaches. So through the guru, knowledge is no longer just intellectual. It becomes experiential. It becomes discerned. It's refined. It's alive. And there's a saying in Sanskrit which is, Guru is Brahma, Guru is Vishnu, Guru is Maheshvara. And it's not to inflate the ego of any person, but it's to acknowledge that the guru, when aligned to truth, becomes a bridge between the sadhaka, or the seeker, and the infinite. So this, you could say, a true guru doesn't give you their path. They help you to discover your own direct path to self-realization and to conscious, selfless service in the world. So when we speak of lineage here, we speak of continuity. So a spiritual lineage, it isn't just a history of teachers, it's a stream of consciousness that has been kept alive through thousands of years of direct experience, tested discernment, and this unbroken transmission. So this isn't knowledge that was read in a book, although it is in books, right? But it's knowledge that was lived, embodied, and realized. And when we step into that current, we're not starting from scratch. We're drawing from the collective momentum of all those who walked before us. So in a world where spiritual concepts are often diluted or mixed with personal ideologies, a lineage offers this purity, consistency, and clarity. and it's less prone to the distortions of ego, of fantasy, or projection. So my own guru is Sri Sri Anandamurti. So I know a lot of you may not be familiar with his name, but his presence and teachings have impacted countless lives around the world. So Sri Sri Anandamurti is a master of Tantra and Yoga. He's a brilliant philosopher, a fearless social reformer, an intellectual giant with over 250 books on science, philosophy, economics, medicine, society, farming, and spiritual sciences, all while establishing a global movement that serves humanity through meditation, service, and social change. But like even that barely scratches the surface here. He wasn't dogmatic in the slightest. His teachings were radically inclusive and universally applicable and deeply pragmatic. So he would say, dogma no more, right? And nothing is above or below anything else. Or so many wonderful, wonderful teachings that he had. And he didn't ask for belief. He asked for direct experience. And he didn't promote this blind faith. He encouraged this deep inquiry. He gave precise meditation practices to millions, but also changed and challenged systems of oppression. He inspired monks and householders alike to live lives of dynamic service rooted in the infinite. And he gave a mission, and this was self-realization and service to all living beings. And it's not a cult of personality, right? It's a call to awaken the divine within and to serve that same divine in all. And one of the most sacred moments in the life of a sadhaka or a seeker is this sense of initiation. So this is when the latent longing for truth is given form through personal mantra practice and inner direction. So initiation isn't symbolic. It's energetic. It's a recalibration of the body-mind system to orient toward the infinite. It's the moment when the inner compass is aligned. So not to fleeting desires or social approval, but to Brahman, the supreme consciousness, the infinite existence itself, which is the totality of everything. And so when a sadhaka or a seeker receives initiation, they aren't joining some kind of club. They're stepping into a current, a vibrational alignment that transcends all these kinds of words. So through practice, that current awakens their dormant faculties. It clears these karmic impressions and reconnects them with the source of all. So why do we need habits? Why do we need a guru? Why does lineage matter? So this is because we aren't here to wander aimlessly in the jungle of opinion, right? We're here to realize, to awaken fully and serve completely. And to do that, we need more than inspiration, although inspiration is incredibly helpful. We need integration. We need guidance. We need the light of those who walk the path and now offer it to us, not as dogma, but as dharma. So in my path, I've been guided by a lineage of wisdom refined through the love and light of Sri Sri Anandamurti. And I invite you, wherever you are, however far you think you may be, to seek your own direct path, to find a living guide and to build the habits that anchor your soul to the eternal, to recognize this. Because the world doesn't need more information, right? We don't need that. It needs more illumined beings. Be one. Namaskar.